Do you have pain in your lower leg when you're pressing the pedals while you're driving, or maybe you can't squat like you used to anymore? Or maybe you're constantly reminded of this niggle when you're trying to reach for something out of that top cupboard and you're on your tiptoes, or maybe even when you're outside walking your dogs. Hi, I'm Pat, and in this video I'm going to help share tips and ultimately self-treat your problem. With various techniques and stretches, we should hopefully be able to identify and get to the root of the issue. Deep tissue massage is key in promoting blood flow and preventing scar tissue from forming around the affected area, in this case, the calf. It also massively increases your range of motion, helps your muscles stay supple and flexible, and makes life a lot easier. So when you are out walking the dogs, it's not as painful. Okay, things to look out for. 3 things: swelling, bruising, and discolour. So if you've had a pull, niggle, strain, or twitch, or however it is, these techniques should hopefully help you. If you don't know what one of these are, this is what's called a foam roller. So you're going to see that in the upcoming video. If you sit on the floor, place both palms on the floor and gently roll the calf over the foam roller. Make sure that you glide across nice and gently. Don't rush anything. Maybe do it for 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending on the severity. If it begins to hurt too much, then pull it back a little bit and cut it short. This is a lacrosse ball. Very hard, tough, sturdy things. You're going to see this in the next video. With the lacrosse ball, place it over the affected area. And if you feel slightly tightened, just hold it and just pause, just for a few seconds. And then carry on with the movement. Glide nice and easily, don't do it too fast. If you find this to be a little bit too much, then either go back to the foam roller or use a tennis ball alternatively. Also, one of the key things to remember when you've had an injury like this is one word, and it's rest, ice, compression, elevation. And in case you didn't know, that spells rice. Okay, so remember, everybody heals at a different speed. So when this happens to you, approach it gently and take your time. Don't jump in to do anything crazy and think, oh, well, I was this strong before. Forget it. Take your time. And remember, prevention is better than cure.